Salutations and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to tackle Quadratus, the second Colossus. He is significantly tougher than Valus, especially on time attack mode, but for me he still falls into the easy camp of Colossi. For those new to the series, make sure you watch the first guide I did for more information on how to defeat Valus. But without further ado, let's dive right into the guide. The hint that Dorman gives you that this Colossus resides near the water cave is honestly enough for first time players to find him, and he is also very close to the temple, and simply using your sword should guide you to him. But for those not finding him, here is the location guide in the background. A couple of noteworthy things about Quadratus is that this boss amazingly has a puzzle to it, and it could cause a bit of head scratching at first, but the puzzle is actually very simple and should not stump you for very long. All you have to do is shoot the underside of the hooves, which are glowing a bright yellow, to knock it down. Seems simple enough, right? Yes, but you either need to luck out and shoot the hooves while he's walking, which is insanely difficult, or do the obvious thing, which is to shoot the hooves while he rears up, exposing the underside. A thing that can make him easier is the fact that this is one of the few fights which aggro can join the party and help you defeat him. In terms of attacks, Quadratus has very few, but this is expected as he doesn't have a weapon and he is the first four-legged beast you'll encounter. In fact, he only has one attack on the ground, which is the massive rear up he does to crush you into a million pieces. Of course, you must exploit this, being the cruel person that you are, to climb up him. And to make it even easier, his back is very flat, with lots of bones, making it almost impossible to fall off. He is significantly harder than the first Colossus, but still feels like a joke compared to much harder Colossi later on. This is expected, as I consider him the tutorial part 2, though its time attack mode is actually quite difficult. You get a tight 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do it, but this is still quite manageable. You just can't fall off at all and spend too long traveling between vital points, which there are two of, each taking 50% damage. After unexpectedly smashing through the massive wall, this giant looks very intimidating. And as far as intros go, this is the second scariest introduction to a Colossus in the game. I would be very impressed if you didn't at least feel slightly intimidated at the sight of a giant bull charging towards you. But after you're intensely hyped up and stressed out, the fight truly begins. If you are on time attack mode, run to aggro as fast as possible, but if not, just stand there and wait for him to come forward. Once you have lured him into your trap, pelt him with arrows until he gets very angry at you. He will then lift up both legs, but you are smarter and shoot them, making him collapse. Get off aggro, then climb up the leg you shot a volley of arrows at. Once you're at the top and the epic battle music kicks in, make sure you rest on the conveniently placed platform, also very hard to fall off from. Now we're at the hard part. Jump to get as much distance and grab onto the side. Slowly make your way across, and remember, if he shakes, stay still and wait for him to stop. Once you made it to the other side with 10% of your stamina left, be happy that the worst is over. Once you're at the safe part of the back, you may feel tempted to go left to the head, but if you swing a quick right, you can access the vital spot on his back, and you know the drill, stab away. Thankfully, he will not resist you, unlike at the head. Once you are done, make your way to the head and don't be worried about falling off, but stay on the spine and you can't be knocked off that way. Once you're near the head, take a breather. After the short break, grab onto the head and be prepared for him to shake a lot. And I am not joking that it is almost impossible to take him down with only one stamina bar. Remember, if you're doubting that you'll have enough stamina for the next stab, take a break. And on time attack, my one tip is to stun him out of a shake to help reduce the time, but this Colossus is particularly stubborn when it comes to stunning him. I have had multiple fights where he just wouldn't calm down, and it cost me 15 seconds and ultimately the victory. But once he falls, be proud that you beat this game's tutorial. But don't let that convince you that the game is easy. The next boss will slaughter you and bamboozle you if you go in with that mentality. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of 16. Don't stop watching yet, as we still have 14 Colossi to tackle. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe and turn notifications on to be notified when new content is released. Farewell, and may the Force be with you.